Hello guys, so I'm back with another video. So in this video we're gonna go ahead and do the D.O non-album photo cards, kind of like a guide of pricing. So D.O's photo cards are only up to until he went to military. He didn't really have a whole lot of other photo cards while he was in the military, as well as recently when he got out of military, because we haven't heard any news or activities thus far. Aside from news from like he's preparing for his album, the EXO comeback that they're preparing, and then he's gonna have some movies coming up, shooting for the movies, second half of the year probably. But I apologize in advance because my list of prices I haven't quite arranged just yet, so a lot of these are gonna be, well, my list here, I have my laptop like right next to me, so the list I have is based on the time I purchased them. So I apologize if I kind of look or pause often to take a look at the prices, but on top of my head I have kind of like the ballpark of how prices are for D.O non-album photo cards. Alright, so we're gonna go ahead and start. So I'm sorry, I'm gonna reposition because it's too bright. Alright. Okay, so for the D.O Wolf pop-up photo card, this is pretty much the same as almost all members. They usually will range around $5 to $8, roughly around that ballpark. And as I've said, these are common photo cards, so I wouldn't expect them to be more than $10. So for the Nature Republic version A, it's a little bit more difficult to find compared to the other versions. So this one, it will usually run probably around $5 to $8. A lot of times I just sell them for $4 or $5 because they produced a lot of those photo cards. It shouldn't be that expensive. Nature Republic version B, probably like $3 to $5. So the Sunny 10 set, so there's actually 4 photo cards for the Korean version. A lot of times, as a set, some people sell it overpriced. They would usually range around $3 to $5 each for the yellow versions, about $5 to $7 for the blue, and then roughly around $7 to $9 for the transparent, supposedly. Now I've seen sellers sell like the whole 4 sets for like $30, $40. Please don't buy those. They're not that expensive. They shouldn't be that expensive. For this set personally, because I bought them separately. Let me just check real quick. So yeah, I bought this two for $3 each. The blue one for $5 and the transparent one for $7. So how much is that? $18 for the set. So yeah, if it's like $40, please don't buy it. It's not worth that much, or not supposed to at least. On the other hand, this two at the bottom right here, these are the ones released in Japan. I'm still missing 2 of these. I actually got a very good price for both of this. I bought them, I believe, for $10 each. A lot of times you're gonna probably see this being traded because it's a little bit more difficult to find these. So I would say probably around the $20 to $30 range. I honestly haven't really seen a whole lot of people sell them, so I can't really accurately give a price range for these. I'm just saying that I bought mine for $10 each. I've seen 1 or 2 being sold at like $20 to $30. But yeah, please, if it's a little bit more than that, I'm not quite sure if that's worth the money. Alright, so here we have the Growl hairband sticker and the Overdose sneaker curing sticker. So these, I've also seen people sell them for ridiculous prices, like $30, $40. They're not that much. To be honest, I bought these, I believe it's like 8 and 10. Let me check. I'm sorry. So it's 10 and then $12 for the Overdose one. You will see from time to time there are sellers that are going to sell it for cheaper than that, and those are good prices for them. The most I would pay for these are probably like $15, but nothing more than that. Because technically they're like stickers. As you can see in the back, those are stickers. Season's Greetings, so there's 2 versions, the global and the China version. China versions are usually just a tad bit more expensive than the global versions, just because I honestly don't know if it's only released in China. That's why it's China version, because I didn't actually buy the Season's Greetings. I wasn't a fan of them back in 2015. I became an EXO back in 2016 during Monster era. But yeah, I bought the Season's Greetings global version, probably about $4. The China version, about $6. Baskin Robbins, another very common photo card. If you're trying to collect any member photo card for this, it's one of the easiest to find. It's also one of the cheapest to find. So it usually runs $3 to $6. A lot of times just up to $5. 6 would be the most I'd pay probably for a Baekhyun. KFC, so those are also pretty common, usually around the $4 to $6 ballpark. Baekhyun sometimes I've seen at $7 or $8. Okay, so these are one of the rarer cards for any members of EXO. It's because these are pretty old, and then I think it's limited in amount. So it's the Exo Wish card version 1 without the hole and version 2 with the hole. So for these, including the version 2s, the one without the hole will be more expensive compared to that of the with the hole. I'm not really sure why, but that's usually the pricing. Let me just check how much I bought for this. Okay, so the one without the hole I bought for $30. The one with the hole I bought for $25. I would say it's a pretty good deal. I've seen a couple of sellers from Korea recently that were selling it for like $40 each. But that was for, I think it was for Kai or Sehun. I don't quite remember. I know I've seen someone sell Baekhyuns for 100 something for both cards. I think it was like 120 for the set. I'm not gonna say that's a wrong price or that's too much for them, because they are pretty rare. It's difficult to find them, but just kind of be cautious when trying to purchase them, because you know, there's always gonna be people trying to scam other people. But yeah, I mean, dropping 120 for 2 cards is kind of difficult to do. Just make sure you cover your goods and services fees, just so if you don't get them, you can still get your refund. But yeah, I bought this for $30 and then $25. The fortune cookie photo card, I thought it was rare originally. It wasn't. Fortunately, when I was just starting, I found like someone selling them for like $7. So this is one of my first photo cards that I got for Nonalbum. Or I mean for D.O non-album photo cards. So I bought this one for $7. I'd say the rough ballpark for this photo card, depending with the member, it's gonna be around 7 to about 15. Again, you know, every time I put a price range, the higher number would usually be Baekhyun's photo cards, and then the lower numbers are gonna be Shen, Suho Shumin, and Lays. Not because people don't collect them, it's just that there's less of a need, or what do you call this? There's a little bit less collectors for them, and then Baekhyun's just very popular for collectors. That's why the demand is higher for him. Alright, so next would be the Exodus and Love Me Right Coex photo cards. So these I would price roughly around $7 to $14, $7 to $15. Cart movie tickets, these are very difficult to find. One I actually bought from a collector in California that was selling his or her D.O collection. The other one I bought from Japan. So I can't quite remember which one is the one I bought from Japan. Let me just see how much I paid for these. Okay. So for the cart movie ticket one, which is this one was the one I bought from, I think this was the one I bought from California because this one's cheaper. I bought this for $22. And then the cart movie ticket 2 is the one I bought from Japan. I bought it for $30 plus shipping. So I actually paid quite a lot for the cart movie ticket 2. I mean, I bought a couple of other cards with it, but it's kind of hard to get these. Not a lot were produced or bought. I'm still looking for the cart movie ticket 3, which is one of my photo cards that I still haven't crossed out on my photo card list. Next is EXO Love Concert Dome photo card and sticker. These usually go together. Some people would prefer just buying the PC because this one, as I've said, is a sticker. So that the back of this is plain, and the back of this is like the logo or like whatever. These I bought the set for $10 originally. I have been selling these from time to time, and I'd say it's pretty much the same ballpark, probably like $8 to $12. The limited PC is slightly more expensive. I bought this for $12. I'd say about 10 to about 16, 17 for these. So the EXO figure Bluetooth speaker. So I recently got a Chen Bluetooth speaker complete set. which I sold for 70. Which I kind of regret a little bit, to be honest, because I was thinking I should have just traded it for a D.O maybe. But I mean, you don't find them sealed or complete sets anymore. I'd say that Photocard would probably be in the range of 20 to 30. I've seen a Baskin sold for 38 recently. Again, it's because of popularity. The demand is high for Baskin Photocards. This one I bought for $24. A lot of my collection I bought early on in 2017, late 2017, early 2018. The prices are a tad bit cheaper back then compared to how it is now. Just because D.O has been rising in fame, and the demand for his photocards are kind of getting up there. Okay, so Seasons Greetings 2016, again, there's a global and China version. Prices would be the same. The global will be around 4 to 6. China would be about $2 to $3 more than the global version. Xsolution, the Concert Encore PC. Let me see how much I bought this. Okay, so I bought that one for $14. The Chanyeol one that I have, I bought for $15. So based on that, I'd say the price would be around $10 to $18. Even other sellers, you're actually going to see quite a big difference between Baskin non-album photocard prices and other member non-album photocard prices. So for those Baskin non-album collectors, I salute you guys, because I would probably have like a big headache trying to compute all the Baskin photocards that I have to collect. The door sign PC is a little bit more difficult to find. I bought this one for $16. Price range would be about $12 to $20. Next would be the Xsolution sticker photocard set. Or, yeah, they're all stickers. It's a set of 3. Some people lose this smaller one. I'd say the price is like $1 or $2 less if you don't have this one, but usually you would find it in the ballpark of like $10 to $16 for the set. Okay, so now we're on to the global package photocard. So this is our first more than $100 photocard. This one I actually bought for $120 plus shipping, so it kind of came out around $140, because it's not, I didn't buy it from US, I bought it from Japan. These are difficult to find, first of all. So this is one of the last photocards I collected, probably like the last 1/5 I crossed out from my photocard list. Next would be the Atrium Studio photocard. These are slightly expensive. I actually sold a high one, I'd say about last year. I sold it for like $28, and I found out that it should have been more than that, but as I've said, I don't add that much to the pricing whenever I sell photocards. This one I got for $30. Oh, I'm sorry. This one I got for $40. The Atrium photocard for D.O. The price range would be roughly around $30 to $55. Baskin's is being sold for $55. I've seen quite a lot of photocards, well, for Baskin's version, on Twitter as well as on eBay. I think the eBay one was like $55 plus shipping. The Twitter ones are like $50, $45, somewhere around that area. EXO channel ID card, roughly around $18 to $25. The Exo Light Stick version 2, I just saw someone selling it for $20, and I'm like, no, that's not right. These I usually sell roughly $7 to $12. Actually, I usually sell Baskin's for like $10, even Chanyeol's for $10. I don't sell them for a whole lot, because I've seen a lot of them being sold. So, I mean, the supply is pretty good for it. It doesn't need to be that expensive. Okay, Exordium. This one's the Mount photocard. It comes with a Polaroid one, which I have here in the back. This one. I'd say it's a $10 for the set. So we're actually, the video's starting to be long, and we haven't really gotten through a lot. So I'm just gonna focus on the D.O prices, and then you can just add like $5 for Baskin, and then subtract like $3 or $4 for the other members like Chen, Suho, Shuman, and Lei. And then Kai and Sehen would be around the same ballpark. The Figure Bluetooth speaker version 2, this one's a little bit more expensive. This one I bought for $20. I would usually sell it for about $15 to $25. Lotto Photocard plus sticker. I'm sorry, this isn't a photocard. Lotto sticker set. These are usually 8 to 12. This I bought for 10. The Clevos wet tissue photocard. I only have the round edge. This one I bought for 30. The the square edge. Those are very rare. I haven't really seen anyone sell it. From what I heard, it's usually above $80 for those. Exordium Japan. Rough ballpark for these are about 12 to 20. The Exo Run photocards, 7 to about 12. So the Exo Wish Cards, which I don't know why the the stickers are opposite, because this one's the one with the hole. I probably like interchanged them accidentally. These are cheaper. I bought these for 40 for the set, so they're about like 18 and 22. Again, the one with the hole is cheaper. The one without the hole is more expensive. The season's readings 2017 over there, roughly about $3 to $6. For Life Limited PC over on the corner over there, that's gonna be around $10 to $16. This one, the Melody Fairies are pretty rare. The notebook itself is about $15, including the photocard, but it's very difficult to find them. I would consider it rare. I recently found someone selling them, and I sold them at $25 for the D.O one. Range would be probably like $20 to $30. Melody Fairy photocard. This one I bought for 24 or 25. Ballpark is going to be about 20 to 35. The Bacon one has been pretty expensive. The For Life sticker set, about 7. Lotto box version A and B. So for these, just beware. There are members, certain members that one photocard will be more difficult to find compared to the other one. These are unscratched. The prices kind of go down if they are scratched. I honestly can't tell you exactly the reasoning for it. So you just have to kind of take a look at the markers and compare it to the scratched ones that you find online. So as you can see, like, there's also differences that you'll be seeing on the areas that are left unscratched or left kind of open, to determine if you have which version. These I bought, I think, like around 22 to 25. I'm sorry, so it's 25 for one. I don't know which one, and the other one's 26. The Chanyeol one, I think I bought like 30 and 32. Clevos Wet Tissue version 2, pretty much the same price as the version 1. This one I bought for 35. Young movie tickets, there's actually 2 of them. Let's see how much I paid for them. Okay, so for these, I bought them for about 25 each. I don't quite remember where I bought them though. The paper toy, around, I'd say 8 to about 15. The 5th anniversary, it kind of varies in price, but I bought mine for 15 each. I've sold some photocards, mostly Chen's, for about 10. I've seen some Bacons being sold for about 20 plus. So prices for these are kind of erratic. Die Superstar is pretty rare. So I bought mine for 28 for this one. I do have a Schumann one right now, but it's kind of damaged at the top. So I'm still thinking if I'm trying to trade it for Chanyeol's or just sell it because it does have damage. The glass cleaner I bought for $20. Cookie Box, another rare one. I was lucky enough to be able to find it for 18. I haven't seen a whole lot of people sell it recently. My Chanyeol one I bought for 26. So that will probably give you a little bit of a ballpark of how much you should pay for that photocard. Lunchbox, another rare one. I haven't seen a whole lot being sold. I recently sold quite a few of them. I'd like to say end of last year. I was selling them for about 14 to 20. Probably costs more nowadays to have those. Exo Cup, this one is probably about 14. I'd say the range would be 12 to 20. the mask photo card right here. I believe I bought this for $14. Yeah, I bought it for $14. Range would be 10 to 20. 5th anniversary album PC. So these are more expensive than the 5th anniversary, other 5th anniversary stuff. So let's see. This one I bought for $32. I've been selling some Chanyeol ones for about $28 to $30. I sold a slightly damaged one for $20, I think. Okay, so this one I can't give you a price. I honestly have not seen anyone else that have it or are selling it. I was lucky enough to be able to buy it. I can tell you right now, I bought this photo card for I think it was close to 500 plus shipping. The original shoes that came with it are limited edition. They cost a lot, a couple of $100. So that's why this photo card is very expensive and very rare. So, as I've said, I haven't seen anyone else sell it or have it that can tell me the exact price. So I can't really tell you if I bought it overpriced, if I had a good deal. But yeah, that's how much I paid for that. The wallet photo cards are going to be roughly about 14 to 20. This power up PCs, I bought these for $7 each. That's going to be around the ballpark for members. Coaster photo card I bought for $18. Price range is about $15 to about $24. Exordium dot. So the album concert photo cards are going to be expensive just because the actual concert albums or DVDs are expensive. So this one I bought for $28. I've seen people sell Baekhyun's for $45 and above. The lowest I've seen these photo cards get sold was about $18, I believe, for Chen. And then we'll go to the Power Solution card set. The set itself is like $12 or something. Hold on, let me grab the box. Okay, so I have the box right here. So as you can see right there, it was about only $10.50 for the whole set. So that's like for all 8 members, 5 photo cards each, only $10.50. That's the original price for it. I honestly can't tell you what happened, if it was like limited edition or limited stocks, but these go for about 20 or 15 to 20 per set. I've seen a Baekhyun being sold for $30 for the set recently, and they are difficult to find. I think a lot of people have lost a couple of the cards. Maybe that's why the prices of a complete set is up. Alright, gotta catch my breath a little bit here. Been talking a lot. The Alexion 11th Street photo card version 1. I think I bought this for $20. Being sold usually about $15 to about $25, $30 for Baekhyun, probably. Version 2, the transparent one, is a little bit more expensive. I bought this one for $28. Price range would be about $20 to $35. The Miniso figure photo card, this one I bought for $10. I'd say around the ballpark for the other members. Let's go photo card. So the funny thing about this is that I see people sell it for like $14. I bought mine for $3 from a Korean seller, and she's been selling those a lot before for that price range. So those I usually sell for about $7. If you find one for like more than $15, please don't buy it. It's not that much. The wallet photo cards, so it's a set. One's transparent, the other is not transparent. These I bought for, I think, let me see. So I bought this for $28 for the set. Recently, it's usually around the ballpark of $25 to $40. My Chanyeol one I bought as a set for $35. Hand warmer, this one I bought for $22. Usually it runs $15 to about $26, $27. Spinner is a little bit difficult to find. This one I bought for $22. I'm sorry, I bought this for $20. Price range would be about $18 to about $30. This Alexion Japan photo card, fan club card, price range would be roughly about $14 to about $20. If you're looking at eBay for these photo cards, they're going to be a lot more because shipping from Japan is just expensive. That's why they try to cover those fees by increasing the price a lot. But in general, it shouldn't be anything more than about $20. Promotional, the Nature Republic lenticular, those run about $7 to $10. Seasons Greetings 2018, about $4 to $6. The 11th Street Transparent, this one I bought very overpriced. I bought this for $50. I sold a Schumann one recently for $32, I'm sorry. Their price range would be about $30 to $50. This one's kind of like too expensive for $50. I think it should be, I'd say around $35 to $40. Universe Mug Photocard, those usually run about, I'd say about $12 to about $20. Baekhyun being about $25. This one I bought for $15. Okay. So next, another one of the $100 prices. Alexion Taiwan ticket. These cost a lot. I actually got this discounted from a seller just because he really wanted to sell his photo cards because he needed the funds and the space. So I bought them $80. You would usually find it roughly about $100. You'll often, not often, but you'll probably see a couple of sellers that are in a rush to sell it for about $60. Those are already good prices in my opinion. Notebook photo card for Universe, probably about $15 to $25. That one I bought for $16. Cash B. As a baseline, all Cash Bs will range about $5 to $8. Nothing more than $10. Because those they just buy on like local 7-Elevens or something like that. Those aren't expensive. They're very common as well. Business cards. So I still don't know how many business cards there are. I have the pink and the gray back. I have seen a navy blue back, not for D.O though. So I still don't know if there's a gray back for D.O. Let me know in the comment section if you've encountered a navy blue back for D.O. Those I bought for like $5 each. Max I would pay for those would be $7 or $8. Luggage tag, expensive. This one's $35. The price range is $30 to about $45. Figure curing photo card, depends really. It kind of like ranges from 10 to 18. The museum bookmark, I bought this for $8. So the Manila ticket. So when I went to Alexion Manila, I traveled from here in the US to Manila, so I wasn't able to get the D.O photo card. I got the group one, which is usually going to be around $30 to $40 if sold. This one I bought with the Taiwan, so I also bought it for $80. Price would probably be around $100. The quadruple million seller commemorative medal photo card I bought for $40, which is a little bit on the expensive side. I sold a Schumann one for $30 recently. Price range would be about $30 to $50. The Japan Adventure, same with the fan club photo cards for Japan. It's going to be around $12 to $20. Alexion ticket holder. This one I bought for $18. I've been selling other members for around that area too. So just probably plus minus $2 to $3 would be the price range. Alexion holo sticker, same as the ticket holder price. Okay, so another photo card that for different members, one photo card might be more expensive than the other. They're same poses, they just have different messages at the back. Just pull this out. Yeah, so same photo cards at the front, different messages. One can be more difficult to find than the other, so prices may differ because of that. Mine I bought... Oh, mine were the same, so I don't know. I think I bought these as a set, that's why. Mine's 20 each. Price range would be, I'd say about 15 to about 30 each. SM Town, Osaka, Live. I bought this for $35, so price range would be $30 to $45. Another very rare photo card, the Discover Soul Pass. Let me see how much I bought this. This one I bought for $200 plus shipping. So again, these are kind of weirdly priced because I don't really know how limited edition they were, or how much they were originally if you were to buy them. But mine, I bought... Well, when I bought this one, it was still valid. I don't know if it's still valid now. But I was talking with a seller, well, someone who knows a seller that was selling it for $120. because it's already expired. And I'm like, I should have just waited for the Soul Pass to expire and then buy one. But I really can't tell you the exact price range. I haven't seen a whole lot of them being sold. But just as a baseline, I bought mine for $200. Back then, it was still valid to be used for discounts. I haven't used it because I haven't been to Seoul since like before I started collecting. Next would be, sorry, I'm like catching my breath here. Alexion Soul DVD, again, roughly in the ballpark of about 25 to about 45. I've seen Chen's photocards being sold for 10. So if you're a Chen collector, don't overpay for them. I've seen them as low as like $10 to $15. I've sold one for about 18. I think 16 or 18, I'm not 100% sure. Yeah, but the Chen photocards have been quite a bit cheaper than other members, just because a lot of people started selling their collections, and I've actually honestly bought quite a lot of those collections. So when I resell them, I sell them pretty cheap. Another lenticular, again, roughly about $6 to $10. Smilebox, another rare photocard. I bought mine, looks like for $150. Those are rare. I have not seen a whole lot of them being sold. A lot of times it's going to be quote your own price whenever you see them, and it may run up to $200. 3D figure, same thing. I bought mine for $160. I was lucky enough to find a Sehun one. I'm trying to trade it out for a Chanyeol one, but until now, no one's willing to trade because they don't have the Chanyeol one to trade with. I've heard from people trying to buy it off of me, and I'm like, I'll hold on to it for now. So what I'm telling with those two photocards, that's just the rough ballpark. I can't tell you exactly how much it will be per member. Another bookmark, SM Museum bookmark, again 7 to 10. 100-day My Prince OST photocards. These are the Korean version ones. I did not buy the actual album. I bought this set for $12. I've sold this photocard for about $14. Tempo binder photocard, about 12 to 20. Passport, same thing, about 12 to 20. Another Flow bookmark, 7 to 10. Tempo Holo PC, these I'd say around 10 to 14. Nothing more than 16. Tempo phone case, these are a little bit more on the expensive side. I bought mine for 20. It can go up to about 25. Tempo sticker book, these are not that expensive, just because the sticker book has all members plus the group shot. So these I'd say about 5 to about 8 max. Group number 7, pretty difficult to find. I bought mine for 25. These come with the postcards. 100-day My Prince photo essay PC set, so there's a 3. Also Korean one. These, let me see. I bought the set for 25. These, the photo ID, I hate so much because it's so tiny. I think, let me see. I bought it for $10 for that, and I hate it. Alright, so the With Drama photocard I bought for $12. The Hot Tracks one, roughly around the same price. So the 11th Street pre-order, I also bought $12. So these three are pretty much close to the same price. This one is a bit more expensive because this one's the back-to-back, the K-Star hit. Even the recent ones, the 2021 K-Star hits that are back-to-back, are being sold quite expensive. This one I bought for $25. Pantone photocard, it's gonna be $20. I bought this for $20. Just in general, you can also try and look for the packet, like, what I've been doing is I go to eBay, and then subtract like $5 from their prices at least, and that's kind of like a good estimate of where your price range should be. Like, for example, if a maybe a wallet photocard is being sold for $25, $20, when you see someone sell it for less than $20, it's a pretty good price, especially if it's not damaged. Love Shot Holo PC I bought for 10, or for 12, I'm sorry. It's because I bought the whole set, the one with the standee. So SM Superstar Halloween PC, one of my last photocards to collect. If it'll focus, there we go. Just because it's very expensive. This one, I bought overpriced. It's $350. I've seen people sell it roughly around that price range. The lowest I've seen it sold would probably be Shen's, which was, I think, about 140. Still expensive. And then I bought my Chanyo one for 300, so my Chanyo one's actually cheaper than my D.O ones. Cashby again, about $7. Alexine.DVD I bought for 35. AR card I bought for 24. These lenticular ones, they run for about 5 to 10. These ones are a little bit more difficult to find because it was like during an event, like the 10th anniversary celebration, I think. I bought this one for 14, so the price range is usually about 12 to 20. The pouch, again, if you see the pouch on eBay, it's like $28, so subtract $5 from that, it's 23. So price range would be about 18 to about 25. The cushion is a little bit more expensive. I bought this one for 20, or no, I'm sorry. I bought the actual cushion for this, so I have it in my collection. I think I paid like 34 for the cushion with the photocard. Another thing with photocard collecting, if you're into merch, I think it's better if you just buy the merch with the photocard rather than buying the merch and the photocard separately from each other, because it kind of makes it more expensive that way. If you're basically collecting photocards, you're not into merch, feel free to just buy the photocards, because, you know, the merch kind of hikes up the price just a couple of dollars, but it's still a couple dollars saved. Nature Republic toner and the sticker, usually around 8 to 14. Visa version 1 I bought for 35. Those will usually range about, I'd say, I've seen a Chen one being sold for about 20 and a Bacon one being sold for 60. So it's quite a big price range. This one, I can't give you a price because I bought this one at a very good price. I got mine for, this one's the actual Visa card. I bought mine for, it was less than 50. But usually you'll see it like at $100. Lightstick version 3, I'd say about 7 to 15. The stamp would be around 14 to 20. This one's pretty rare or difficult to find. The magnet lenticular photocard. I bought this one for 80. Lip tint is about 10 to 15. Visa version 2 is rare. If you don't know, I bought this one slightly damaged. Like the edge has a little bit of damage here. Let me see if I can, I don't really want to pull it out from the sleeve because I don't want it to get even more damaged. But yeah, if you can see right there, it has damage. I bought this one personally for $80 damaged. Price wise, you'll see the prices roughly about 140 and above. The zip note, I lucked out on this big time. I was able to buy it for 20. You won't find it for 20. Basically you won't find it, period. I haven't seen anyone sell it. I'm lucky enough to find a Chanyo one closer to when it was first released, and then a seller in actually a group order manager had it on hand and was selling it, and I was able to talk her into selling it to me because I really just want to cross it out from my wish list because it was one of the last photocards I need. And she was kind enough to sell it to me. So I got it for about 20 plus shipping. The Swing Kids Blu-ray DVD. I actually bought the whole DVD set for it. Let me see if I have it. So it was $40 plus shipping. But I do have the Swing Kids DVD and it came with all these photo cards. Exo Ladder I bought for 32. Price range would be about 30 to 45. The bookmark I bought for 14, I believe. The matchstick was like $8.99 plus shipping. The StarCon photo cards, I do not know the exact price for them. I'm just saying because I have not seen a whole lot of them. It's either they're over $40 each or under $10. So I honestly don't know where the ballpark is. I bought mine for, let's see, $12 each. I bought mine for $12 each, and it's from Korean sellers. Swing Kids. This one's like the CGV ticket, photo ticket. I think I overpaid on that big time. I think I bought it for like $30 for plus shipping, and they're not that expensive. It's usually like $5. Well, you do have to buy the ticket for the movie, and then you can print it out from there. So I wouldn't say it would have been more than $10 supposed to be. The memory kit, I bought the kit, the whole D.O kit for 20, I think, 46. But that's the whole kit, and I just removed the sticker and put it here. This one are pretty much the latest D.O photo cards out there. It's the SM Studio Photocard. They're $3 each if you buy them directly from SM, I guess. They're kind of like museum photocard prices. But since, you know, shipping fee and then the seller adding on to that fee, I'd say I bought this for about $7 each. And then the K-Bam magazine photocard. I honestly don't know why it's in the photocard list, because it just kind of came with a magazine. But I traded my Sen, whatchamacallit, Bird PC for it, so I'd say it's gonna be around $30 plus for this photocard, which I honestly don't know why it's in the photocard list. These are just kind of yes cards. They're not really official. Same as this one, it's from magazines, so those aren't on the list. I don't know why this one's on the list, but anyway, I'm not gonna argue with them photocard list makers. These are pretty much just group photocards that I have here. For the back, these are like the bigger photocards. This one came with a postcard. It's like $10 for both. Same for you sticker set. I'd say it's going to be around 8 to about 14 per sticker set. 2019 11th Street Lenticular PC. I bought this one for 18. Rough ballpark would be about 15 to 25. All the Flow regular PCs are going to be around $5 to $7. Don't buy them if they're being sold for 10. They're not worth that much. A brand new one of those sets is about $30, 30 to 35. So there's no reason for them to be selling Flow PC sets for $10. Remember, lenticulars, or the Holo PCs, I'm sorry, on the other hand, is a different story. Mine I bought for $25, which is a little bit on the higher side, but it's still pretty good because it's random. Price range, I'd say about 18 to about 25. I wouldn't buy a Baskin one for more than $30. The lenticular for version 3 for D.O, roughly around the same area, about 15 to about 20. I think I bought mine for... Oh, I bought mine as a set, so I was able to choose the D.O lenticular. These sets, they're $10. You'd probably see them about $7 to about $12. The power matching card, a set would probably be about $5 to $7. This one, the Nature Republic, the scented photo card, I bought for $12. Do not pay more than $17 for it. Cocoa Bop sticker, I think it was like $3 or $4. Nothing more than $5 or $6. The Terrarium sticker, this one is kind of controversial. A lot of people cut the actual sticker, like this, only this portion, and sell it for like 100 something. I did buy mine for, let me see. I actually bought the actual terrarium thing, which is pretty much a cup with a little bit of pebbles. That's my description of it, plus this photo card. But I bought it for 120. Definitely not worth, I mean, the item itself is definitely not worth it for that price, but I mean, I got a complete set plus an intact sticker, which comes with that one. But yeah, I bought a channel one, but my channel is the one that, like, the collector's cut, so I bought that one for like 48 plus shipping, I think, from the Philippines. Then this one I think I bought for like $7-8. These are technically not in the photo card lists anymore because these are like more for the postcards or like bigger stuff. But yeah, that's it. Sorry for making this video very long. I hope it was somewhat informative regarding price-wise for D.O non-album photo cards, plus some information, or at least a rough ballpark of how much other member prices should be. If you're going to be a seller, or if you are a seller, please don't overprice. And then if you're a buyer, please do your research before buying any photo cards to avoid being scammed, as well as causing inflation of prices. So if you have any questions for me, please comment them down below. Please follow me on Twitter. I'll put my handle at the bottom of this video. Please like and subscribe, and thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye!